from Cuttin Corners. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Hey y'all, it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas, and today we have a fun video. It is another crafting for Disney. Now, I'm not sure if y'all have seen, but on Disney Plus there's a new show called Monsters at Work. It is pretty much the extension of where Monsters Incorporated, the first film, ended. It's the next day where they're transitioning from the scare floor to the laugh floor, and I am excited. And part of the thing with the new show is Tyler, who is the new employee. He had just graduated from college. He's not going to be a scarer, but they assigned him to a new team, which is the MIFT team, which it stands for the Monsters Incorporated Facilities Team. And I wanted to make my husband a shirt because to me the MIFT team really reminds me of IT personnel. So it's like, let's do this. So I'm going to show you how to make a MIFT shirt. So we're going to use, this is a gray Tooltex. This is just standard gray Tooltex t-shirt in large. Then we have 3 shades of vinyl to use. We are using navy blue Thermoflex Plus, baby blue Thermoflex Plus, and white Thermoflex Plus. Now, before we jump over to the tutorial portion, I did want to remind you that the weekly WOW sale for this week that ends on Sunday, July the 18th at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time is 25% off your entire purchase. It is my birthday sale this week. My birthday was on the 11th, so we always do a big discount for it. So you might want to jump onto it because it's on everything on the website. But if you'll give me a moment to change the camera angle, we will show you how to make this shirt. You can see we're in Cricut Design Space. So I purchased the Monsters Inc. logo. Now I did purchase this as a set. The whole image set for this is 100 images and it's normally $29.99, and then I got it 10% off because of Cricut Access. So I mean, as you can see, I got a ton of files to be able to be used with our upcoming projects. So to me, it's always better to purchase the image sets, but again, that's up to you. And I do pay for Cricut Access, so it kind of depends on if you want to. So I'm going to select the Monsters Inc. logo. Perfect. So I figured I wanted to kind of set this up like a traditional work t-shirt. So the first thing I want to do, there we go, is grab our image. This, I don't know why that's there, the black outline. We're gonna go ahead and delete that because I don't need that. There we go. And I'm also going to choose, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the Monsters Inc. eye logo portion and then the white, and we're going to slice because I don't need all the others. So now I can delete that. And the reason why I did that, because if I get rid of the actual M, the M still shows through, which I don't really need the actual M. I just needed that image sliced out. So now I'm going to do the same thing again with the white and blue layer, light blue. There we go. So now everything is in actual pieces. So if I get rid of the top 2 layers, you will see that the bottom is just solid. Then we can get rid of that one and show you the middle, which is just the white. There we go. And then we have the circle. So that's what we want it to be for our Monsters Inc. logo. So I want to take and copy this and paste because I want a small one this size for a front left chest, because if I want it to make it look more like a businessy shirt, that's kind of one thing about it. So I'm going to change the size of this image to 3.5 inches wide. Perfect. Now I'm going to take my other image, there we go, and we're going to make it bigger. We're gonna make it 10 inches wide since it's going on the back of a shirt. There we go. Oh. Move that out of the way, and I'm gonna zoom out so we can kind of see what we're working with. Okay, so now let's design the text. So I'm going to type out the so I'm going to do M period I period F period T period. Okay? So it's MIFT, which is the monsters, which there's no apostrophe or anything, incorporated facilities. Hold on, I need to look up how to spell facilities because I cannot remember, and I want to make sure that I am doing it correctly. I don't know how y'all are, but I am a terrible, terrible speller. Like, I know that it will correct itself a lot of times, but sometimes if you're not a good speller at all, see, I still misspelled it, and I have it sitting right in front of me. Oh. And now I have double I's. I swear to goodness. Okay, Monsters Incorporated Facilities Team. There we go. Okay, so we like how that looks. I do want to change the alignment to center. Okay, and I want to change this. I want it to be like, well, they are a laugh, so I do want it to be kind of cute, not too cute, because they're the facilities team. You know what I'm saying? Let's download Eagle Bold, and I'm going to use Eagle Bold. Perfect. I like that. Okay, so now one of the things, I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this. And I'm going to choose the MIFT portion. I do want to change my spacing a little bit on that. Let's go ahead and make you bigger. Let's make you, hold on. You know what? Okay. So let's space out the lettering before I do this. I want to add a little bit more space in between my text. I feel like the kerning, which is how close everything is together, is a little close. There we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this, and I'm going to choose the word MIFT, and we're going to go ahead and weld that. I'm going to make this our same blue as the Monsters Inc. logo. And I don't want it that big. I want it 11 inches wide, I think. We're going to attach that for right now. And I'm going to select the Monsters Inc. logo and the MIFT, and we're going to go ahead and align centers horizontally. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Monsters Incorporated Facilities. I'm going to go ahead and weld that portion and the bottom portion. You know what? Actually, I'm going to change my text. So let's go up to our text icon, and we're going to type that out again. Monsters. And I'm going to shorten that to Monsters Inc. Facilities Team because I feel like that is a little bit too much. Okay, so we like that. Let's change our font. I want something, I think, a little bit, I'm still in the same kind of vein. Let's do Futura. I think that'll be good. Oh yes, we like that. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, and now I'm going to change this down to 11 inches. Perfect. Let's make you bold. Let's see what happens when I bold you. I like that. Let's change you back to 11 inches. Okay, now I'm going to change you back to I'm going to change you to the navy. Perfect. Oh yeah, I like the way that looks together. Okay, now again, I'm going to select all those pieces and we're going to go ahead and align centers horizontally. Perfect. Now, I want to take my logo up at the top and I'm going to detach everything. So we're going to make our center part white. Perfect. And then this portion is going to be the baby blue again. Great. So now I'm going to take all of the navy blue that's right here and I'm going to go ahead and weld that together. Perfect. So that's exactly what I want it to be. Okay. So, and I can arrange this and send it to the back so you can see what I'm talking about. See how good that looks? I love this. Love this. Okay, so this is all ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And we're going to do MIFT, Monsters, Inc. There we go. So now I'm happy with how that came out. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to Make It. Perfect. Now we're choosing on matte because I have a matte and I'm using my vinyl and I'm not jinxing it. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror our design. And mirrored. Ooh, hold on. That is a little big. Let's cancel this. Okay, so the two of them together make it a little too big. Let's change you down to 10 inches. Oh, I do, because it didn't do all of it. Okay, so let's try 10 inches wide. Okay. I think that's still okay. Let's make you, yeah, let's leave you at 10. Okay, let's click on Make It again on matte. Okay, mirror. Okay, okay, see, that's still too big. Okay, let's cancel that one more time. I'm going to change the size of that down to 3 inches. There we go. Now, let's try making it. And see, that's part of it. It's like I have a 15-inch piece of vinyl, so I want it to fit on the vinyl. I don't want to have to cut 2 pieces of vinyl for this design, so I'm not. So, okay, there we go. Now let's go to the navy blue layer. It still doesn't fit. Okay, hold on. Let's change you one more time. Let's make you .5 tall. There we go. Okay, now you'll see why I did that. Now I'm going to go back to Make It. Okay, on matte. There we go. Mirror. Let's change the size of this to 12 by 19. And I'm going to take and rotate that around. See, now that fits perfectly in there. And then we got our square. And now we're not wasting as much material. Now I gotta make sure it's mirrored. to give me a little bit more space. There we go. Now, last but not least is our baby blue layer. Again, that one probably doesn't matter as much to get mirrored, but we're going to do it. Now we're going to click on continue. Perfect. Okay, now it's going to connect to my maker, which we're going to choose as soon as it comes up, everyday iron on. Where is our everyday iron on? There we go. Okay, now I'm going to send this to cut. Now, if you wanted to remember your settings for each cut, just click that little arrow. Now, I'm going to go off camera and show you how cut this and show you how to put it together. Okie dokie. So as you can see, I have my t-shirt laid out on my heat press. I am using the 16-inch t-shirt guide because I have a 16 by 20-inch heat press. Now, I didn't show you weeding on this because to me that's not the most important part of this. The most important part of this is showing you how to do the front left chest. So, first thing we're gonna do is, you see how this says right chest because it's right chest when it's laying here, but this is actually would be the left side if you're looking at someone. So we're gonna lay out our vinyl. We're gonna line up the edges with the straight line and with the line right here. So it lines up with the edge right here and then right here. So that gives you perfect left chest placement. So we're gonna go ahead and cover. There we go. Perfect. Now we're not heating this for the full amount of time because, well, we're gonna be applying several layers. So since it's going across and stacking back on itself, it's kind of, you don't have to do them all. Okay, so now we've got that piece on. Now we're going to add our baby blue piece. Now this is kind of eyeballing for straightness to make sure, you know, we look centered, straight, pretty close. Okay, you can see that that looks pretty good. So now again, I'm gonna cover. Okay. There we go. Sorry, now we're gonna press down for a few seconds. Again, we're not doing the whole time because we're putting on one more layer. I love how this looks so far. And I love this design because you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like if you go to work somewhere and they give you a company issued t-shirt. This is what I would imagine that you would get from Monsters, Inc. You know what I mean? Okay, now we're applying our center of our logo. Now this time we are going to go for the full 15 seconds. Just to make sure everything's good and on there. There we go. I love everything about this design though. I think it turned out so cute. I am so proud of myself. Give myself a pat on the shoulder. Perfect. Look how cute. Tell me that that's not just precious. Okay, now again, I'm going to go ahead and heat it one more time. I always do this. It's just kind of like our final pressing. There we go. Now I don't have to do that one for the full 15 seconds. So, and again, the heat press is heated to 330 degrees. So there's our front left chest. Okay, now we're gonna flip the shirt over so we can do the back side of it. Perfect. Okay, now again, we're gonna grab our t-shirt guide, and it's still the 16-inch because it's a 16 by 20-inch press. Okay, now we've got our navy blue layer. So I'm gonna take and select and give myself a crease mark with the sticky side facing my fingers. If you face it the other way, you do run the risk of messing up your vinyl. Okay, so now I'm aligning that line on the bottom and then lining my center with our center mark. There we go. Love this so much. Okay, cover with the Teflon sheet. Okay, so now we're gonna heat it for a portion of the time, not the whole time, but again, a portion, because we don't need it for the whole time yet. Remove the transfer, tape off of it. Now let's go ahead and grab our center. Okay. Okay, let's I think that's pretty close. Looks good to me. Now again, we're gonna cover and we're gonna heat. There we go. Hot, hot, hot. Look how good that looks, y'all. I love how this looks. Now, last but certainly not least is the eye. The actual Monsters Inc. M. Okay, so now cover one, well, we're gonna do it one more time after this. So now we're gonna heat this for the full 15 seconds. Again, it's really not difficult to do. It's just doing the same process over and over and over. Now remember, again, our weekly wow sale for this week is 25% off your entire purchase. And that sale ends on July the 18th of 2021 at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time, because we are in Central Standard Time. Now remember to double check your time zone. There we go. Now we're gonna cover it one more time just to make sure everything's good and on here. This is something I always do. It's not a must, but again, for me, I like to do this. So, look how good this looks. I love everything about this shirt. Tell me that is not awesome. So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I guess that's it, so we'll see y'all later. Bye.